be cool like you. Wobbling around in your high heel shoes, I'm clumsy. Made friends with the floor. 2 for 1, you know a bitch by 4. And 2 left feet, you know I always drop. First thing a girl did was a bop. And the whole damn cake and the cherry on top. Shook up the bottom.
Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Iowa Beats. Thank you very much for tuning in today. And thank you very much for your support. I love you guys very much. Very much. Today's content will be me talking about the journey of my first child birth. And along in this video, I'll just be straightening my hair. I wasn't bothered to do makeup because your girl's breaking out really, and you've got to treat the skin. You understand? I'm not a person that actually breaks out like that, but coronavirus has got us doing all sorts. Coronavirus is making us go through various stuff that we don't go through normally. Yeah, so let me tell you about my childbirth journey. My first child, I had him when I was in, I think, 2nd year of uni or 1st semester of my 3rd year. And I'm going to tell you with my chest, it was a crazy journey. It was so bad. I had the worst symptoms. I just felt like shit. Shit is the right word to classify the way my pregnancy journey was, because I used to vomit. I used to spit. Like, people in my class, I swear, if they could testify to it with me right now, they would tell you I used to spit in Lucozade bottles, have a nap in the class, sleep on the table, don't listen to lectures. I didn't even do assignments. I had to use Uncle Uni. If you guys know, you know, I had to use Uncle Uni. So that year was just mad for me. It was completely mad. Yeah. So this is how the journey began. I found out I was pregnant, I think, on a Sunday. I don't remember what date it was. It was in November though, because I go to a white garment church, and we normally have an anniversary in November, and that week is normally my birthday week. It always falls on my birthday week. So we were getting ready, me and they're friends but they're sisters to me. We're getting ready early Sunday morning, and I felt like a big run across my stomach. It was like, and I was thinking, hey, what kind of butterflies are in my stomach? So I said to them, guys, I could feel something running in my stomach, you know. And they were like, Tosin, man, come on, man, maybe you got gas or something. So I said to them, nah, it's been happening for like 2 days now. And then they were like, okay, go and get a test. And I was like, huh? Are you guys mad? Like, get a test kit. Me, pregnant, God forbid. So we went attending the anniversary, and I was fine throughout. But I noticed I had loss of appetite. So that week I didn't go for a test or anything. The Friday night we went to Echo Restaurant to chill, as we are Echo Restaurant boobs back then. That was our chilling spot if we needed to go out or if we were bored. It's just close by home, and we just go there and chill, eat food, dance to music, and come back home. Like, it was just very accessible for us. So that day I ate pepper soup, and then all of a sudden I feel like vomiting. So I went out, and before I even reached outside, the vomit was really coming out of my mouth. I just threw up everywhere. My friend ran after me. She was like, oh, Tosin, you're right, it's me. I just feel a bit nauseous. She was like, I told you take the test, you're not listening. I said, what test? Fuck off, man, about take the test. I said, you go take the test. So then I went back in again, and then I'm feeling bare uncomfortable, you know. So I had to come back outside and take off my girdle in the car park, because the stomach was just discombobulating. Like, everything was just getting messed up. I was feeling bare uncomfortable. I started feeling dizzy. My head was spinning around in circles. I thought I was in space or something. So I just took the girdle off, and I was like, you know what, guys, I'm not feeling all right. Let's just go home. So we left that night. I actually just messed up everyone's vibes that night, and we had to go home. So we got home. Them were like, listen, yeah, tomorrow morning go and buy a test. So I went to buy a Clear Blue test. The Clear Blue test gave me 2 bloody strong dark blue lines. I said to myself, this test is expired. Like, why the hell does it give me these results? So my friend went digging in her bag and she said she got some that she stole from the hospital. So we did that one. I was like, listen, how long have you had this in this house? It's not good. This is not true. So she said to me, why are you being in denial for? You are fucking pregnant. So I went back to the pharmacy again and bought the Clairvaux one that has the smiley face. Now, this test shows you that if you're pregnant, it will give a smiley face, and if you're negative, it's a sad face. And with the smiley face, it will tell you how many weeks you are. So I did the test. This stupid test was smiling at me. The test was smiling at me, and it told me I was like, I think 5 weeks gone. I was like, oh my God, Jehovah, why? Like, please, why? I was devastated. I came back home and I told them. They were like, what you gonna do? I said, I'm gonna abort it. They were like, no, you're not. I was like, yeah, I am. And then things were just running through my mind that if you go and abort it, will you die? And I was thinking, if I abort pregnancy, that's not God-like. Like, that's not Christian-like. Like, how will I stand with my conscience? So bare shit was running through my head. To kill it the following Sunday, there was a message given at church saying, whoever is pregnant should not abort it all, so that she does not lose her life. Then my heart started pounding in the midst of everybody, because only me, myself, and I know I'm pregnant, and maybe my friends, but they're not going to say anything. So my mood just went from 0 to 100. I wasn't even concentrating no more on the sermon or anything. I was just panicking. I was getting scared. And then one spirit just entered me and was like, do you know what? Give yourself some courage. Like, what are you scared for? You're having this baby, like. And I said to myself, okay. So I called my boyfriend. He was my boyfriend at the time. And I said to him, babe, I'm pregnant. And he was like, okay, don't worry, we'll speak about it later. And then I started getting scared that what if he runs away and says that he doesn't want the baby? What am I going to do? So bare things that running through my head. And then he was like, so he called me later on in the evening. He was like, yeah, okay, it's fine. It's God's blessing. Worry, we'll make a way. And I was like, we'll make a way? He was like, yeah, we'll make a way. With God's blessing, we'll make a way. And that just gave me like it just relieved me. Like the blood pressure that was high like this just went. So he actually encouraged me. But I'm going to tell you, the journey was mad. It was a mad journey. Sisters, brothers, whoever's watching this, it was a mad journey. Because I suffered from like hyperemesis and anemia. Hyperemesis is when you can't hold nothing down in your stomach. So if you drink, it comes back out. If you eat, it comes back out. The longest time these things can stay in my stomach is for maybe 30 or 40 minutes. After, when the baby has taken the nourishment that it needs, everything just comes back. So I feel nauseous. And because I was vomiting a lot, I became dehydrated. And because I became dehydrated, I became weak. And iron tablets don't work with me. So I wasn't taking iron tablets. Then I became low in iron. And if I do take the iron tablets, it made me constipated. So I had to go and tell them that, listen, I can't take these. I'm not taking these. They don't work for me. They make me feel sick. Like, they make me constipated. I just complained. So I had to be going for iron infusion. Now, an iron needle is mad. It's just a long one. It's very painful. So I used to go for that to fulfill the supplements of iron in my body. But with the sickness, all these anti-sickness tablets wasn't working for me. The worst one I hated was cyclizine, and the tablets I couldn't take it at all. But you see the injection, I liked it. I liked the intravenous cyclizine. But the funniest thing is that I was feeling like I was on cloud 200. As in, it used to make me feel like I'm on drugs. The way I'll be talking, I'll be acting as if I'm, you know what I mean? Well, I don't take drugs, but I don't know how it feels like to be on drugs. But trust me, you know, like when you take helium and it just makes you feel excited. That's how I was feeling with cyclizine. Then later on, I'll fall asleep and I'll feel better and not vomit, and then I'll be able to eat a bit. But as soon as it wears off again, I'm back to my vomiting and shit. So it was just an enjoyment for maybe a day or so or 2 days, and then I'm back to the same old shit. But the hospital didn't even have space to keep me in all the time. I visited the hospital numerous of times, which was mad. And I'm sure they even knew me there. They were just, but what can they do? They can't send me back because they know my situation. And if anything happened to me, it's on them, do you understand? So that was the journey of my pregnancy. Throughout the 9 months, I was sick, very sick. Now, let's move to the shopping side. The shopping, I did all my shopping through Asda and Argos. I bought a few stuff from Next, and I'm a cheeky buyer, so I always look out for sales. I am a sale lover, so I got a lot of nice stuff from Next, Gap, John Lewis. I love Ted Baker. Ted Baker's clothing is really nice, and I love a cheeky Burberry too, especially when we're going out. So I've already like made plans on how my child would look like when we're going out, what clothes I'd put on him. I was just so excited because it just I think maybe just nature, just so excited that I'm actually producing a human being. Like, I'm going to be a mom. So everything was like a storybook that's already been written. So I planned everything. I planned how I'd do my baby naming. I planned what I would wear prior to the time. I ordered the Ashobi, not Ashobi, but like the Asho that me and my husband would wear. I ordered it from China, like prior to the time. My baby's clothes was ready from like 7 months. So we bought everything, the cot, the car seat, the buggy, everything. I bought everything before the baby was 7 months. So I was just waiting, like, it was just like a clock. I was just waiting for the clock to tell me, like, it's time for you to have the baby. You can wear these clothes for the baby. That's how excited I was. But the only thing was that the journey of my pregnancy was just mad. It was completely mad. Now, let me tell you about the labour part. So I started labouring from a Tuesday night. That Tuesday night was my partner's birthday. And unfortunately, they bust my bubbles and I actually wasn't labouring. I had Braxton Hicks because when I attended the hospital that day, they told me that I was only 1 centimetre and that it could take me a week before I would be prepared to have the baby because it's my first child and sometimes it's a gradual process. So I went home upset because I thought that would be the best present for my husband. Like, imagine me having the baby on his birthday, then they would share the same date of birth. So they bust my bubbles and told me, no, we're not keeping you in. You can go home, just keep on exercising, play with the exercise ball, So I went home that evening and then I started Googling things that I could use to induce the baby, to make the baby come, because I was tired. Imagine 9 months, not eating, not drinking. My first trimester, I only could drink Ribena. Second trimester, I could only drink Pepsi. Third trimester, I was only drinking sparkling water. No food could stay in me at all. My friend even used to try to make me some stir-fry, Indomie type of thing. It tastes so nice, tastes amazing. But as soon as I eat it, as soon as I finish eating it, everything just comes back up. So I was fed up of it. I wasn't able to eat what I wanted. I went from like a size 20 to size 14. 12, 14. Trust me, if I show you guys pictures, I was like, and then this nose was just like London Bridge. So I was fed up of that. So I just started Googling on the computer, like, what can I do to induce the baby? They told me to try pineapples. I asked my partner to go buy pineapples. They told me to try spicy curry. I tried that, didn't work. So I ended up going to buy castor oil. I went to the pharmacy the following day, which was on a Wednesday, and I told the pharmacy that, can I purchase castor? He was like, what's it for? I said, oh, I want to use it to induce labour. He was like, no, we can't sell it to you. So I then bit myself. I was like, oh my God, why did I even tell this stupid pharmacy that I wanted to buy it for that purpose? I could have told them I wanted to use to grease my hair or something. And so they sent me out of the pharmacy and told me that they're not selling it to me and I shouldn't try and go and buy it anyway because it's dangerous for the baby. So I went home very upset, and then I went to tell my son's godmother, like, sis, I'm begging him of God, I'm in so much discomfort, I'm fed up, can you please go and help me buy castor oil? And then she was like, okay, she would go when she's going shopping later on. So she went shopping, she managed to get it for me, and then I drank it. So as soon as I drank it, she then came back to me. She was like, God, do you want to go for a walk? Maybe if we go for a walk, it might make your labour come quicker. So we went to the park. Bearing in mind, I've already drank the castor oil. So we got to the park. 2 hours later, we got to the park. And I just felt like my belly going round, rotational. It was just going round in circles. Like, it felt like I needed to like shit. So I said to my son's godmother that, sis, I think I need to shit and I need to do it now, like, because it's making me feel dizzy. She was like, okay, let's go back home. And I said, the journey for us to go back home is like a 15 minutes walk, so we won't make it home. I will shit myself. So I went behind the tree, and guys, I shat. I did a shit in the park behind a tree. Imagine this is the ground. The shit was this high. I swear, I emptied out my bowels. I was ready for an endoscopy. I swear. If I was meant to do an endoscopy scan, you know, like when you want to do an endoscopy scan, they tell you to clear out your bowels. Not that I did one, but obviously via research, that's the way they're able to see your intestines and stuff. But yeah, I cleared out my intestines. Like, the shit was this high. I said, it don't happen. I was like, this is disgusting. And then people, if I told you this was a hot summer day, you know, people were around in the park. I don't even know if they saw me. They'll just be looking at me like, what's wrong with this woman? Is she alright? Is she mad? But boy, they wasn't feeling the way I was feeling. So I didn't care. I did not care. Trust me. So then I said to my son's godmother that, sis, I need tissue. She started looking around her pocket. Luckily, she found some old tissue that she had used long time ago and washed it within the jeans, and it's little. I just quickly tried to just scoop up the poo out of my bum. I'm sorry if I'm disgusting you guys, but yeah, that's what I did. I just used the tissue. I managed it. I just quickly tried to scoop up the bum so that when I'm walking back home, it wouldn't irritate me and make me feel uncomfortable. So as soon as I did that, I just said, sis, let's go because I need to bath. So we left the park and I went to bath. I had this serious cramping overnight. I tell you guys, after 3 hours of that cramping, I went back to normal. Baby was not coming. So that was a Wednesday. Thursday went. Friday came. On Friday night, I started having contractions, which was 8 minutes apart. So I called my midwife and I was like, I'm having contractions 8 minutes apart. They said it's still far apart, that I should still stay at home, that I should only come when it's 5 minutes apart, and it goes down to 2 minutes apart. She even told me that I shouldn't even come. She said I should call back when it's 5 minutes apart and they'll tell me what to do next. So I then just stayed in my room. I was just trying to relax. Within those 8 minutes, I would fall asleep just to like catch up on sleep because I was very uncomfortable. So after that, my partner went out that night actually, because he normally goes and play in Echo Restaurant with his live band, and I was at home by myself. So this pain was just coming and going. I couldn't sleep. I was uncomfortable. I had to kneel down, put my head on the bed. When I'm okay, I'll sit down. As soon as the pain comes back, I'll come back on my knees again. Like, it was just going round and round in circles. So my partner got in around 5 a.m. from Echo Restaurant. He was like, how am I feeling and stuff? And I said to him, do you know what, yeah, I've been feeling the same way, but I think the pain is becoming more severe and it's coming close together. And he was like, let's time it. So we timed it and it was about 7 minutes or 6 minutes apart. So he said that he wanted to sleep a bit so that if we had to go to the hospital anytime soon, at least he wouldn't be too tired to drive. So he told me to move down onto the bed. I should stop kneeling down, that my legs will be hurting me by now because I've been in that position for a very long time. So I moved down to the further end of the bed and he then slept at the end of the bed. He slept at the end of the bed. So I slept at the side with my side and my back was facing the wall. So he was massaging my back for me in like circular motion, just trying to make me comfortable so I can fall asleep. But boy, that was not working. So about 2 hours later, I was in and out of pain continuously. I wanted to go to the toilet. So I stood up. I didn't want to climb over him. So I stood up and I just put one leg over so that I can get the other leg across and then come down off the bed. As soon as I put one leg over, I just saw like a big splash, poop, and my husband just shouted like, Tosin has he was like, Tosin ti tosi mi lori o, Tosin ti tosi mi lori, egba mi. And I was just looking at him like, what do you mean? That I know how to control my bladder. Like, why would I wee on you? I know you're not toilet. So I just put my hand on his arm and I saw that there was like white particles. And I said to him, babe, I think my waters have broken. And he was like, oh, baby's coming. I was like, yeah, baby's coming. So he stood up, he quickly wiped his face. I felt so sorry for him. He wiped his face. He took off his t-shirt, tried to wipe up his face. And then he said that I should get my bag and stuff ready. And I said, the bag is there. My bag is there. My clothes, just help me bring it out. I'll quickly go and bath because I didn't want to go to the hospital with a soaking wet vagina from the water being broken. So I went upstairs quickly to bath. As I was bathing, the pain was coming closer and closer. I stayed strong and I was doing that wasn't working. It's just I don't know what made me feel like that would help, but it wasn't helping. So I came back downstairs. I quickly wore some maxi dress, wore some maternity bra. I didn't even wear no knickers. I went like that. Trust me, fresh air was just banging everywhere. Flop, 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 flop. So we got to the hospital. They took me to the observation room. No, this is the funniest part. So we got to the hospital. I told my husband to put me in a wheelchair. He was like, a wheelchair? Are you paralyzed? I was like, no, but this is the way that people do it, isn't it? I've seen it on TV. I watch one porn every minute. They put their wife on a wheelchair and they push them to the water. It's like, come on, let's go, yeah. So he made me walk. He was like, he's helping me. That this is what he did with his sister when his sister was in labor. And I was just looking at him like, you evil man. I just felt so upset because why didn't you push me in the what's it called, the wheelchair? Wouldn't it would have been more convenient for me. So we walked up the stairs. He said I couldn't take the lift. And then we got to the ward and they took my blue book from me. They said I should wait a few minutes. Then they took me to the observation room. This lady put her stupid fingers up my VV and it hurt me so much just to see how much I've dilated. And yeah, she told me I was, I think, 4 centimeters. No, 6 centimeters. So she said that it might take a few hours or even the following for me to have the baby. So, but she said that within the time I'm waiting that they'll be preparing a delivery suit for me. So as they were preparing the delivery suit, the pain was just getting mad. I couldn't sit on the steel chairs no more because the waiting room chairs are so uncomfortable. It's still. So I was just like, nah, you guys are taking a piss. When I was complaining, they then moved me to the delivery suit. As soon as I got to the delivery suit, I just had an urge to push. I told them, listen, yeah, I think my vagina is going to rip. You guys need to help me now. The Jamaican lady that came to help me was like, she was a midwife actually. She was like, listen, you don't push if we don't tell you to choke, if we don't tell you to push, you have to take it easy. And she was just like, the way she was talking was like, the pain I was going through was fake. Like she didn't show any passion or empathy. Do you understand? Like I know sometimes sympathy isn't the thing for everything, because as a professional, if you sympathize with everyone, you then lose the courage to make the other person feel better. But at least empathize with the person, especially if you're a woman. So I wasn't really impressed the way she was dealing with me. So then I complained to the other nurse that came and I was like, you know, I don't want that lady in this room no more because she's going to drive me mad. The way she's talking to me, I don't like it. So then they changed my midwife to an English lady. As soon as the lady came, she was like, hi Tosin, you okay? How you feeling? Do you understand? She was like, can I just test you? This is me, I feel like I have an urge to poo. She was like, okay, let me just test you. And when she tested me, she was like, baby's 8 centimeters. And I was like, oh, baby's coming soon. She was like, yeah, that baby can come within an hour. As soon as she turned back to wear the gloves, I was like, I'm gonna push. She was like, no, don't push, don't push. I just pushed, guys. I pushed. As soon as I pushed, the baby just slurped out. It was just one push, guys. The energy was heaven sent. It was like, and the baby came out. Guys, I had a tear. When they tell you not to push, guys, don't push. I had a deep tear. I had 12 stitches down there, guys. 12 stitches. I learnt my lesson. But trust me, the discomfort is so unbearable that you'll be forced to do things even if you're told not to. So that was a repercussion of not listening. But trust me, that's when I welcomed Gabriel to my life. Gabriel was born on the 13th of July at 11 a.m. A few minutes to 11. But I held him in my hands at 11 on the dot. So the journey of my pregnancy was, it had its bitter parts, which was that not being able to live a normal day-to-day lifestyle in terms of eating and drinking and feeling fit within myself. But my labor was excellent. And as a young girl or as a young woman, as soon as you have a child, everything about you just changes. Your perception to things, you understand, your understanding of life, the way you manage yourself, your spending, your speech, your reactions, everything about you changes. Everything about you changes. So guys, that's the end of my story time, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And you can always message me, DM me on Instagram if you want to ask any questions, or if you want me to do a story time on something that you want me to talk about, because I want to make this this platform as versatile as possible. I want to talk about everything and anything. So if you guys have got anything that you want me to talk about, if it's relationship matters, anything, just DM me on my Instagram. The handle will be placed below, and once again I'm going to say it is officially_abs. You can follow me there, like my pictures, be my friend, holla at your girl anytime, any day. Thank you guys for tuning in, and stay blessed, stay safe, continue to wash your hands. Let's keep it moving, guys.
I'ma shine like glass, I'm a bitch. I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss. I'ma shine like glass, I'm a bitch. I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss. I'ma shine like glass, I'm a bitch. I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss.